Okay, my name is Herman Bailey. I'm teaching within the Media IT department within multimedia design. Over the last month, I've been on a business trip to Toronto to join some students and another member of staff on something called a charrette. A charrette is a type of design workshop. It's very intensive, it's over 3 or 4 days. Within this workshop, the idea is to come up with a number of ideas that can be implemented by another group of people. The idea behind the charrette is to work on some ideas, and the people who built up this concept were the Institute Without Boundaries, which are based in Canada. This year they've been focusing on helping a small town in Chile called Lota, who had a natural disaster, an earthquake. So the idea was to help the people, or find some suggestions of how the people can work to rebuild the city, generate new forms of income, find new sources of work for the people who live there. And so it was a general holistic working session to develop some concepts that could then be handed over to the people in Chile to actually work further on as a master plan. My role whilst I was over there was to act as a sort of advisor to the students. There were about 100 students divided into 9 groups. Each group had a number of advisors attached to them, and so my job was to try and help them focus their ideas. So that meant that in the beginning of the week we visited a number of places in Toronto to get an idea of some regeneration projects that actually happened there, and then use that as a kind of inspiration to start the thought process for developing these concepts and ideas for the village Lota in Chile. From a personal standpoint, I think one of the many things that was interesting was to have a chance to meet other faculty members, to speak with them, hear about how they teach their students and how they work with the whole idea of design and idea creation, shall we say. It was good to see other students from other faculties, see how they work and how they develop ideas, and actually see some of the many things that we have in common between, for example, how we do things here in Denmark and how things are done in Chile or Italy or Canada for that matter. So it was good to get an idea and maybe get the whole thing reaffirmed that a lot of what we do over here is very much in step with what's being done in the world at large. And that's good to experience at first hand.